Have you ever tried to read something and realized it was written in a language no one on Earth understands anymore? Not even a little bit? This story is about those lost voices. Forgotten tongues once spoken in vibrant cities, on mountaintops, in deserts now completely silent. Tonight we drift back through time into the soft, crumbling echoes of languages that simply disappeared. Let's begin, not in a place, but in silence. A silence that's lasted for centuries. Our first stop is in the middle of a desert, the ruins of an ancient city called Ugarit. Thousands of years ago, the people here wrote on clay tablets using a unique script that looks like a mix between lines and wedges. It's not quite cuneiform, not quite alphabetic. Scholars only figured it out in the 20th century. For nearly 3,000 years, no one could read it, not even a clue. When archaeologists found the first tablets, they sat there like stone silent, undecipherable. Today, we know that Ugaritic is one of the earliest examples of an alphabet. And yet, not one soul speaks it anymore. Now let's move south, slowly, to the Nile River. Imagine being a traveler in ancient Egypt. You see temples covered in hieroglyphs, pictures of birds, eyes, hands. But even by 400 AD, no one knew how to read them anymore. Egyptian priests once guarded this sacred language. But when the last temple closed under the Romans, the meaning of hieroglyphs was lost. For 1,400 years, people stared at them, guessing. Some thought they were magic. Others believed they were pure art. It wasn't until the Rosetta Stone was found in 1799 and scholars like Champollion worked patiently for decades that the code was finally broken. Imagine speaking a language, and one day, no one in the world understands it again until 2 millennia later. Next, let's head to the Indus Valley, even older than Egypt or Mesopotamia. Here lies one of history's greatest mysteries, a script we still can't read. Over 4,000 years ago, people in Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa stamped symbols onto seals and pottery. These markings, loops, triangles, human-like figures look like a script, but no one has ever cracked it. We don't even know if it was a language or just symbolic. The people of the Indus Valley are gone. Their culture vanished. And the words they once used? Lost forever, floating in time. Now close your eyes and imagine a castle on a Greek island. In the ruins of Knossos, archaeologists found tablets with strange markings. Linear B, a forgotten writing system. But there was something even stranger. Tablets written in Linear A, an older, mysterious script used by the Minoans. And unlike Linear B, which was deciphered in the 1950s, Linear A remains unsolved. Its language is unknown. No Rosetta Stone. No bilingual clues. Just dozens of clay tablets that whisper from the Bronze Age, still holding their secrets. Languages disappear like this all the time. There was a time when people spoke Etruscan in what is now Italy. They built cities, worshipped gods, and wrote thousands of inscriptions. But Etruscan doesn't fit into any modern language family. It's not Latin. It's not Greek. It's something else, something isolated. Even today, we only understand small fragments, funerary phrases, names, maybe dates. The rest? Gone. In Central Asia, people once spoke Sogdian, a language of Silk Road traders. In Siberia, they spoke Khitan. In southern China, the Bayou people spoke tongues that left behind zero written traces. On Easter Island, people carved Rungarongo, a flowing script that no one can understand. Was it a full language? A ritual code? We don't know. And time keeps moving forward, making it harder to ever know. Now imagine how a language dies. Not with thunder or explosions, but slowly, gently, when one generation stops teaching the next. When songs are no longer sung. When ceremonies fall. Silent. When war, colonization, or migration push a language to the side. When a scribe switches from native words to the ruler's tongue, that's how languages vanish, not in fire, but in forgetfulness. But here's the strange part. Even when languages die, they leave fingerprints in your everyday English. There are traces of forgotten tongues. The word curry comes from Tamil, alcohol from Arabic, robot from Czech, safari from Swahili. These words traveled across time and trade routes, some from languages that are gone, some from those still barely hanging on. It's like little ghosts in the words we speak. Now take a deep breath and imagine you are a historian in the future. You find a USB stick buried in sand. Inside it, a language from today. But your world no longer speaks it. You hear recording sounds that make no sense. You see symbols, letters that might once have told stories. Would you understand it? Would you be able to bring that voice back to life? That's what many linguists are trying to do today. There are people devoting entire careers to saving endangered languages. In Papua New Guinea, where there are over 800 languages, some tribes have just a few speakers left. In North America, elders pass on native words to grandchildren. In Australia, Aboriginal languages are being recorded before they vanish. This isn't just preservation, it's resurrection. And yet, some languages are simply gone. There is no one alive who knows how Sumerian sounded. We know how to read the grammar. We can guess at meanings. But the rhythm, the voice, the pauses and emphasis? Gone, lost in the wind. That's the ache of ancient language. You can see its bones, but not its soul. Let's now return to where we began, in silence. But this silence is not empty. It's full of echoes. From clay tablets and broken statues. From scrolls locked in. Libraries. From songs never sung again. These forgotten languages once filled rooms, streets, kingdoms. Now they linger in dreams, half deciphered and barely remembered. But tonight in your sleep, maybe, just maybe, you'll hear them again. The soft sound of words no one's spoken in 3,000 years. A language only the stars remember. And if you're still awake, here's your invitation. Subscribe to this channel for more peaceful journeys into the slow side of history. Drop a comment below. What forgotten language do you wish you could hear spoken again? And until next time, sleep well. The past is still whispering.